Hello students. In our today's class, we are going to study about the Vice President of India. Now the current Vice President of India is Mr. Venkaiah Naidu. I hope you all are ready with your books. Now Article 63 stipulates that there shall be a Vice President of India. Now we study the qualifications for election. Now any person who aspires to be the Vice President of India should fulfill the following criteria. A person shall be eligible for election as Vice President if he, first, this is the most important one, should be a citizen of India. Second, has completed the age of 35 years. It means that the person should be at least 35 years of age. C, is qualified for election as a member of the Council of States. Now, second point is the disqualification. A person shall not be eligible for election as Vice President if he holds any office of profit. Office of profit here refers to any executive post under the Government of India or government of any state or under any local or other authority subject to the control of any of the said government. Any of the said government here refers to central government or the state government. Now next we have the election. Now the election procedure for President and the Vice President is same. An electoral college consisting of the members of both houses of Parliament elects the Vice President. The election is held in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. The voting at such an election is by secret ballot. Each nomination paper should be proposed by at least 20 electors. Now, electors are members of Parliament and another 20 electors should second the same. Now, this is the only difference. In case of the President of India, the number was 50 proposers and 50 seconders. In case of Vice President, it is 20 proposers and 20 seconders. Earlier, the requirement was 5 proposers and 5 seconders. Next, we have oath of office. Now, before entering upon his office, the Vice President takes an oath before the President or some other appointed on his behalf by him. Now, what is this oath taken for? First, to bear true faith and allegiance. Allegiance means loyalty or commitment to Constitution of India. And second, faithfully discharge to execute his duties. Next, we have term of office. The Vice President shall hold office for a term of 5 years. This is same as for the President from the date on which he enters upon his office. Second, he may by writing address to the President resign his office. So a Vice President, if he wishes to resign from his post, the resignation should be addressed to the President. Such resignation will be communicated by the President to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Third, he may, for the violation of Constitution, be removed from the office by the process of impeachment. Fourth, he shall continue to hold office notwithstanding the expiry of his term until his successor or the new Vice President enters upon his office. Now we come to the powers and functions. First, the Vice President, he is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. You can underline these lines. The Vice President of the Indian Union acts as a ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha.